In this episode of Truth, Lies, and Saga is a story of a quaint town and its love of banana split sundaes and the scandal that rocks it to its very sweet core. So grab the kids and popcorn and be ready for Great Banana Split Riot of 1911. Splitsville was like many small towns. Friendly neighbors, pals, and everyone here loved to have a good banana split sundae. But there was turmoil brewing, and the citizens of Splitsville were not aware of what was to come. Within the heart of the community stood the Grand Banana ice cream parlor, owned by the eccentric Bob. Known for his outlandish taste in hats and even more outlandish ice cream creations, Mr. Bob was the talk of the town. But when news spread that the Banana was out of bananas, chaos erupted faster than you can say banana split. Now in Splitsville, bananas weren't just a fruit. They were the beating heart of the town, the secret ingredient in every banana split sundae that brought joy to young and old alike. And Bob, well, he was the banana baron, the man who kept Splitville's supply of bananas flowing like a river. But Bob had a little secret, a secret as juicy as a ripe banana on a summer day. You see, Bob wasn't just in the business for the love of fruit. No, he had a bit of a weakness for two things, money and hats. And when an offer came knocking at his door, promising both, Bob couldn't resist.
Banana Buddy Harness. Whether you're hiking, grocery shopping, or attending a banana-themed party, the Banana Buddy Harness keeps your fruit close and your hands free. Now in extra large. Remember, a happy banana is a well-harnessed banana.
It all started with a knock on Bob's door, a man in uniform offering Bob a deal that would change his life forever. The Soviets, it turned out, had a hankering for bananas, and they were willing to pay top dollar for them. Not just any dollar, mind you, but stacks of cash that would make even the most frugal of businessmen weak at the knees. But that wasn't all. Along with the promise of riches beyond his wildest dreams, the Soviet officer also dangled a tantalizing prize, a rare Gucci hat, the kind that whispered luxury with every stitch, a legendary hat that Bob had searched all his life for, a holy grail in the hat world. And so, with dollar signs dancing in his eyes and visions of Gucci hats in his head, Bob struck a deal. The next morning, as the sun rose over Splitsville, the townsfolk awoke to a sight that would haunt their dreams for weeks to come. The banana bins at Bob's Bananarama ice cream parlor were empty, stripped bare as a bone, not a single yellow fruit in sight. Pandemonium ensued as the townsfolk realized their beloved bananas had vanished without a trace. At first, they searched high and low, turning Bob's store inside out in a desperate bid to find their missing fruit. But when all hope seemed lost, whispers began to spread. Whispers of Bob's shady deal with the Soviets, whispers of betrayal and a Gucci hat. Well, Bob heard the grumblings on the streets and knew his time was numbered and they would come for his head. So he decided that if he were to come out and tell the truth, the loving people of Splitsville would forgive him. Furious, the townsfolk took to the streets, brandishing signs and raising their voice in a cacophony of anger and frustration. "Down with Bob!" they cried, their cries echoing through the cobblestone streets of Splitville. At first it was just a peaceful protest, but soon turned violent as the days passed and the desire for the yellow goodness was just too strong. But Bob wasn't about to go down without a fight. Oh no, he had a plan so crazy it just might work. He gathered the masses and told them his plan. Then he gathered up every last penny he had made from the Soviets, and with a quick flick of his wrist, he purchased the biggest, shiniest yellow rocket money could buy. When he launched it, and launched it did, with a deafening roar that shook the very foundations of Splitville. Up, up, up it soared into the starry night sky, a beacon of hope in a world gone mad. But as the days turned into weeks and the weeks turned into months, Bob's rocket remained lost in the vast expanse of space, its distress beacon echoing into the void with no response in sight. Just when all hope seemed lost, a miracle occurred. From out of the sky descended a band of adventurers, long forgotten from the countries they come from, decked out in their finest spacesuits and armed with a map to a hidden banana paradise. With a whoop of joy, the townsfolk followed their simian saviors to the promised land, where bananas grew as plentiful as the stars in the sky. And as they feasted on banana split sundaes to their heart's content, Bob looked on with a newfound sense of humility and gratitude. For in the end, he realized that true riches weren't found in stacks of cash or rare Gucci hats, but in the simple pleasures of friendship, community, and, of course, a good old-fashioned banana split. And so, dear viewer, the legend of Splitville's banana saga lives on, a tale of greed, redemption, and the unbreakable bonds of love and banana splits.